perspective of the ministry are working. Like the last speaker said, Tolu, he mentioned, if I hear him correctly, that there are a lot of opportunities out there based on policy initiatives and policy implementation by the federal government that most people are not aware of, or if they are aware of, they have somehow not been opportune to explore those in advancing the development of each nation state in the globe. So, of course, Nigeria cannot be an exception. Everybody knows that technology drives development. Science particularly, is the foundation, is the bedrock, for all activities that are driven by technology, whether in space, whether in biotech, whether in ICT, whether in drives nation states, especially in this century and the centuries to come. Earlier I mentioned that the key to our growth lies in our ability to be innovative as a people, as a country, and as students of development. 2020, the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, released an index of the most innovative nations in the globe. You can guess where Nigeria is. Among the first 150 nations across the globe, we do not feature in 150. And in sub-Saharan Africa, we are not in the first 10 in terms of innovation. So in order to build capacity of our young scientists, as well as retain their interest in the field of sciences, from the ministry we've been able to create a program called 774 Young Nigerian Scientist Award. The 774 Young Scientist Award, Presidential Award, is basically in biology, chemistry, mathematics, and physics. It's open to the 774 local government areas in the Federation, where we select the best student through an examination of secondary schools in that local government. Now, from those winners, they also assemble at the state level, where they start through exams, and we select the best student for that state. Now, those students, the aggregate of all of them now meet in Abuja for the final examination. So, as part of our effort to encourage them, we picked the first three, and the president hands them over cash awards and scholarship to PhD level in a Nigerian university of their own choice. That has been ongoing for the last 5 years since the government of Muhammad Buhari came on board. This year, the Presidential Award was given by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, who represented the President at the opening of Nigerian Science and Technology Expo in Abuja. Now, recent developments have shown that technology advances rely heavily on collaboration with stakeholders and service industry. Now, by virtue of the pandemic, which affected the entire countries worldwide, it has made collaboration for technology, to mature very rapidly. The COVID-19 pandemic has revealed new innovations and forms of collaboration. It has been a wake-up call for a better science policy society interface, for effective international technology cooperation, and for building public trust in science activities related for sustainable development. So collaborative technology has led to what we call science diplomacy, has been promoted by TWAS, that is the World Academy of Sciences. Sciences technology is not just for employer-employee relationships only, but nations must leverage on their specialities and capacity to share knowledge for the benefit of supporting creativity and businesses and opportunities for intellectual creativity, so that ideas can flourish, that can also translate into wealth creation and jobs creation, etc. So the future of collaboration technology is now putting people first, balancing productivity and well-being, finding it better together, and addressing corporate risks, among others. So opportunities like our policies generally are encapsulated in what we call the STI Roadmap 2017-2030, which essentially captures the objectives of Nigerian government in terms of where we want to be in the next 30 years or so, in terms of technology, and part of it is to be able to catch up, because actually we are playing catch up now. Part of it is to be able to play catch up and ensure that in the next 10, 20, 30 years, Nigeria should be in the first 50 most innovative countries in the world. So, like I said again, the general perception actually is to look at technology within the very microscopic prism of ICT broadband penetration or big data analytics. So the policy tried to go beyond that, to expand the whole gamut of technology, to include nanotechnology to guide our production services in manufacturing, chemical technology, methanol production technology, space tech engineering, biotech and leather technology, etc. For instance, we have developed what we call the National Leather Policy technology, which essentially, as a very important foreign exchange earner, provides opportunities for young men and Nigerians generally to invest. For instance, in the leather industry, which has largely been ignored by most investors, is that it provides opportunities for animal husbandry, recovery of hide and skin from abattoir, leather processing at the tannery, conversion into leather products and goods like footwear. We have been able to create a forum, what we call the Technology and Innovation Expo, which is held annually from 1987 to date, to showcase the R&D results, innovations, inventions for commercialization. One of the key objectives of the program is to attract investors who will patronize and encourage the hard work of our scientists. The expo should not be mistaken for a trade fair, but the concept of triple helix promotion meant to be like a matchmaking forum where investors meet ambitious researchers, etc., with the aim of supporting production services. Now, part of the problems we have actually is the reluctance of what we call venture capitalists in the country to invest in indigenous technology. So because of that, people or Nigerians are generally shy, in investing in Nigerian inventions, so that makes it very difficult, for our own indigenous inventors to prosper. An example is Paystack, where in 2020, right, everybody's aware, Stripes, an American company, bought the startup Paystack for over $200 million. The potential of this company was not seen by any of the Nigerian investors, but an international investor bought the company Paystack to expand into the African continent. So I think Nigerians must begin to believe in the ability of their own engineers and scientists and inventors, so that we can support technology development generally in the country. Now, because technology is a family of professions involving artisans, craftsmen, technicians, engineers, and scientists, engaged in development and production of different products of technology that we enjoy. New fields of STI are beginning to emerge, which include limitless career line opportunity to students, diverse fields, etc. So, other opportunities provided in the form of technology. It's about digital commerce, investment, diversification, so what are the challenges that we're facing after the ministry? Some of the challenges we're facing is, of course, lack of funding, poor infrastructure, Islamic students, etc. But there's one other thing I want to take, which is very important for some of us to know, which is a financial initiative that supports investment and inventions of younger people so that they can encourage. So anyway, it is essentially to do with what we call presidential grant on innovation. It is supported by the Presidential Council on Innovation. It identifies individuals who have provided an invention. Now, a committee evaluates it and then costs it, and then see how it can be funded, so that the research can be carried on to conclusion. So what the government is trying to do is, once that kind of research is supported by government, then government holds copyright through NOTAP and then begins to negotiate with a third party that can commercialize it. So I think it's an opportunity we can take for the purposes of adding value to our businesses. So I guess in conclusion, having considered the importance of collaboration in helping us to solve problems, bring people and organizations closer together, helping people to learn from each other, opening up new channels for communications, boosting morale across the organization, leading to higher retention, and making us more efficient workers. We are ready from the ministry to collaborate with researchers, inventors, innovators, and also investors. Government, of course, alone cannot drive the economy, but the private sector, you and me, are very much needed to drive this. I urge all of us to do our best to develop the STI sector. I assure you that the federal government, particularly the ministry, is committed to developing the ICT sector, the STI sector, for diversification, recovery, and growth of our economy. Of course, you can get in touch with my addresses. I provided the addresses and the website so that opportunities are available there. You can tap on them and see how we can carry it forward. Thank you, and God bless you all. Make sure they